joblessness and poverty are each daunting topics in their own right. At Christian Help, we experience them all. We see the effects of these struggles in the faces of our clients and the stories that they share. We struggle with them, as they call place after place, for resources they need, such as shelter, childcare, and transportation. We still haven't solved the transportation and childcare. Hopefully Sunrail will help with that. We see the effects of job loss when a middle-class family suddenly finds themselves moving into a hotel and 5 people have to share one room. Or when a car or van becomes more than transportation, it becomes someone's temporary home. Our mission is to prevent homelessness, so we do all we can to walk alongside families who are struggling and feel alone. They feel like they failed and the system has failed them. They are scared and we have to help them. When others turn them away, we open our doors. When others treated them like a number, we welcome them and love them as God loves us. When they were at their darkest moments, we were able to show them the light through God's love. Christian Help is not just an employment center. We're a resource center where people can find direction. They can navigate through the difficult system of finding help. It's a safe place for people to come in to get food, whether they have a nice car or a car being held together with duct tape. It is, as Julie, our volunteer coordinator, says, an oasis for people in need.
In 2012, they served 15,000 clients. They connected nearly 6,000 of those people to jobs to be able to support themselves. They gave away over 1.4 million pounds of food. And this part really grabbed my heart. They allowed 1,500 children to have Christmas presents. So that underneath the tree, a mom or a dad who maybe didn't have a job could at least provide a little bit of Christmas for their kids because someone, like you, cared. In the history of Christian Help for the last 21 years, get this, they've connected 91,000 people in Central Florida with jobs. Almost 100,000 jobs. Isn't that incredible? They've given away over 10 million pounds of food. And for the elected officials, Christian Help in those 21 years has saved a tangible $220 million of taxpayer money. Now that's impressive.
And by the age of 58, I was homeless for 210 days in Orlando, Florida. We went home and I said we have to take down the Christmas tree because I couldn't look at it because I was devastated. I laid in my bed for 10 days watching Lifetime Network. So we had our first garage sale and we sold what we didn't need anymore. Now we're selling the silverware. Now we're selling the refrigerator. Now we're selling everything that we had received for Christmas that year because we need the money. My daughter put all her electronics on Amazon.com to help us pay the electric bill. So one week we'd be eating ice cream because that's what she had a coupon for. And the next week we'd be eating ramen noodles. And sometimes we would go to Chuck E. Cheese and wait for the people to leave so we could eat the pizza that was left over. And they said, "Have you ever heard of Christian Help?" I said, "Christian Help? I don't know what that is." So I looked it up online and I still can't figure out what they did. I couldn't figure out what they did. I'm like, what? I'm not sure what they do. I don't get it. So they said, "Call Christy. Maybe she can redo your resume." And I thought, I'll do anything at this point. And I walked in there and I sat down and I said to God, please grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the thing I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This lady took me in a room. She said, we'll redo your resume for you and make it that you can do other jobs other than what you've done before. And that lady prayed with me and I broke down in tears. Christy handed me a coupon for food. But the miracle was that resume that I sent out was getting me job interviews again. But basically, I had hope again. And they called me. Do you still want the job? And I said, yes, I do. It was a part-time job. I said, that's okay. I'll take a part-time job because my unemployment is running out, you know. Then I get an email from Sandy, and she gave me the job. All right? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. But I prayed they'd still allow me food because I wasn't going to get paid for 2 weeks, and they did. And I said to myself, I know we can do this. And it was the joy of my life because I was working with people just like me. And I am blessed and I am grateful because I had a higher power that never let me down. And he led me to this place with beautiful Sandy, and they saved my life. And I love Christian Help more than anything in the world. And every time a client comes in there and says, I don't know what I'm going to do, I can sit with them and tell them, you'll be all right because you're here. This is the place for hope. This is the place for help. This is the place that God put me in, the agency of hope, the agency of faith, the agency where God is really in charge, and I thank you.